welcome back to another USA talk. Much later, but it's never too late. Also, I need to change that NFL Plus. I don't know how to change that exact thing, to be honest. But let's get my including UFC talk. Trying to figure that thing out, but I clearly didn't. Somewhat not really jam packed this card. It was I expected so much more from the main card. Corey versus Marlon Chito Vera. Chito Vera looked a little bit dull, if I don't say so. I did say this fight would be much better. It clearly wasn't. Corey Sandhagen had his number the whole. There was actually a judge who actually scored it for Marlon Chito Vera, or it was a split decision, which it should have been a unanimous decision, to be honest. But stuff happens. Yana Santos Holy Home, same thing. That shit was one sided. Holy, the whole fight. To be honest, main and co really can't say too much because both fights were one sided, and Yana, I don't know what the fuck Yana was trying to do. The first round looked like it was a little bit more competitive, but all around, the 41-year-old had her number. I thought I did bring up Night Landwehr, or I don't know how to pronounce his fucking name, but Nate, I had already watched him fight. It was the post-fight press conference. Dude looks like he's an actor or something, or just the way he talks. Southern accent, all that good stuff. I don't know if this is his second in a row. We can check that up. But the majority of the fights, similar to last week, had Matthew over, and he would just made it hard to watch the fights because he just wanted to keep playing football and all these other things. But pretty much the majority of fights, the Lutz fight, I came at the very last second, and I didn't really catch that one. And last time I was live, somebody did ask a question or something, and two or three, and I don't know, sometimes it's kind of hard to, because it's every minute it shows that somebody's joined the thing or so, and I don't really see the comments, so it's a little shaky. So yeah, last time I didn't really have I had time, I just didn't really see it. It just like whizzed by, so I ain't had time. Y'all. Not like I said again, not time. It was just with the things showing. I don't know how people actually answer those questions so quickly. Those fuckers. The other thing is I'm also looking at another screen, so it's in there, lad. So sometimes I'm looking at the screen and I don't even see the comments, so it's like whatever, lad. But I did catch some of the Chidi Bang Bang versus Albert Dorayev fight. That one, I was kind of shocked in that one. I was expecting Chidi Bang Bang to actually get that dub, but he didn't. I was like, oh, this is clearly Chidi's fight because he was leading more of the striking. I was on and off with the first round, so maybe there was. I mean, I know there was a lot of wrestling, but there was a lot of ground control from Chidi Bang Bang, a lot of ground control from Albert against old boy Chidi Bang Bang. But yeah, I don't think I caught any of the prelims, which I was hoping to, but by the time I was done with everything, this was kind of an early card. It was how early was this fucking card? It was 3:30. Which is at times it's too early. Sometimes I like these early cards, to be honest, but this time I did not. I did catch some of the post-fight press conference. Same thing with Andra Lee. This is Messi Baba. I caught that one, but I was on and off with my nephew hanging out and stuff. He's really young, so when him watching, he actually like stopped and watched a little bit of the main event and some of the co-main event. That's why I was so into those. But that's due to sugar. Thank the Lord for the sugar, as in candy. But the other fights, he would like just want to keep playing football and just throwing the ball around, and he's like Uncle this, Uncle that, and just made it harder. Same thing as the last fights or the UFC 287. I've been wanting to go and watch that card back, but a lot of those were quick and here and there. But I was talking about one fucking fight, lads, and I just went off it. Oh yeah, Macy Baba and Ali. What I did catch looked like it was more in the Andrea Lee area than Macy Barber, because Macy Barber's face was all fucked up, to be honest, and so there's some altered. Forget it. I thought somebody had said something. I didn't want to mess it up like last time where I didn't say the comment, mates. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for recap wise. News wise, Corey Sandhagen, Sandman, did call out Marab Daresh Willie. That should be one heck of a fight. Even though I did say this fight would be one heck of a fight, it really wasn't. It was one-sided the whole time, but that's Corey for you, you know? He comes out looking great all the fucking time, and man's, thanks, mate. Cross-eyed, mate. Marlon Cheeto Vera Corshine Hagen was not that great of a fight, like I said, but Corey Sandhagen did call out Marab Daresh Willie. That comment, I don't know what the hell to think of that comment, but and Marab seems like he's down for the fight. He's down for the cause being a good fucking fight, lad. So Marab versus Corey seems like it's verbally agreed. I don't know what the fuck Dana White's saying about it, but I saw half of his post fight or post fight councils. He did say, as usual, sold out, this and that, as we always hear from Mr. Dana White. He looks like he's still down with the Kobe Covington versus Leon Rocky Edwards, even though Leon on the MMA Hour said, fuck that, I'm not going to be facing oh boy Kobe. And then Kobe went on like 20 different shows and just was calling everybody, or calling Hamzat Shemaev cum shot and all this and all that, as he always says, and calling Nate soy boy Nate and all this. And I don't know why I watched so much of those interviews, because it was pretty much the same damn thing over and over again. But that fight should be a good fight. I'm not going to hate on that fight. But at the same time, I am with the people who say Corey versus somebody else and Leon versus... we still haven't had the Masvidal situation. I think that's next week. Is it UFC 287 with Gilbert Burns, Jorge Street Jesus Masvidal. So if we get that fight out of the way, if Jorge Masvidal gets that dub, maybe Dana White gets changing minds and like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's have a money fight. Let's have Leon Rocky versus old boy Jorge Masvidal. But then if Gilbert wins, then obviously Kobe Covington kind of looks like a good fight for Leon, and I don't know who else would, other than Bilal Muhammad. Obviously everybody thinks Bilal is the one who deserves it, but I don't know if it's looking like that, since Dana is the one who's saying that he wants something else. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for the day, because I ain't got much. There were a couple of other things that I heard. Holy Holm got the 6 fight deal, so she's renewed her contract with the UFC. Corey Sandhagen, Merab Darashvili, that should be a good fight. If they're actually going to make that fight, who the fuck knows? Because it's looking like, I mean, oh yeah, you got Sterling versus Henry, Triple C, Cejudo. Sean O'Malley hasn't made a fight, or they haven't made anything for him. It sounds like he's going to be waiting. I really don't watch his show, to be honest, because I have heard him say that he doesn't really watch fights like that. So I'm like, why the fuck would I watch your damn YouTube channel if you actually don't watch UFC like that? It doesn't make sense to me, at all, to be honest. If a fighter is not really watching fights, he says that he doesn't really watch fights. Like, come on, mate. I don't know. Maybe he has a friend that I guess does watch fights or something. Maybe he's just a comedic side of the whole situation. He does have like videos and stuff that are, I guess, pretty interesting. But other than that, I don't really like. Maybe if he gets the title shot, then I'll probably go and check it out. Tate who? Was that a Andrew Tate joke there, mate? Not sure if that was or not. I don't know who the fuck the other guy is. But yeah, next event, UFC 287. Man's with 7-1 record in the fucking main event. Yeah, I got you that. This card is pretty good. Could be card of the year, unless that John Jones Stipe Miocic card is fully loaded. Oh, Mayweather, I don't know, man. I haven't. Mayweather sounds like Mance has been fighting. It sounds like he's fought, or from what I hear, it sounds like he's fought maybe 10 fucking times this year. I don't know if anybody's actually like watching those fights, because I'm not watching those fights unless it's an actual decent fight. I'm not even with the YouTube fighting like that, but I did want to see Anderson Silva knock out Jake Paul. He didn't, and then Tommy Fury came out and actually did the business. That was actually a close fight with Jake the Snake Paul. But yeah, like I said, card of the year could be that. Then again, this UFC 288 is looking pretty decent too, with Sterling versus Henry Cejudo, Benel Dariush versus Oliveira, Bryce Mitchell, Jonathan Pierce. That should probably be something decent as well. Other than that, they haven't really made the John Jones fight. I think that John Jones fight is he should have. They're probably still gonna do it. I mean, who knows? I think one of them is signed to ONE FC, or is it ONE FC? I'm not 100. It's one of the UFC promotion or MMA promotions. And I think they're trying to get Nate Diaz too. Maybe they can have a MMA and then a boxing fight, but in a way it doesn't make too much sense. But I wouldn't mind seeing Nate Diaz smack the shit out of Jake Paul. That would be pretty nice, right? Then again, he's knocked out UFC fighters before, so I don't know if you really want to see that. But hey, Nate Diaz gonna get him some money. I'm not too sure about his future at the moment. I thought it would be right away as soon as he gets done. He's going to get himself or he's gonna sign it with something or get a fight get done or some shit. But he clearly hasn't. So Francis Ngannou hasn't gotten shit done either. I thought it would be quick, same as Nate Diaz. I'm like, somebody picks him up, but I guess negotiations and all. Obviously, Francis is more of important in a way. I don't know. Maybe Nate is more of a seller, as in they both got, I'm guessing, a lot of fans. I'm cool with both fighters, but Francis obviously left with the fucking title, or he was the king of the division before he left. So we'll see what the last thing I heard about Francis was the Deontay Wilder fight, which I don't mind if that happens. That also is going to be a MMA then a boxing, or boxing then MMA, which Canelo Benavidez. Yeah, that Benavidez fight was pretty good. So I was doing some. I was multitasking, and at first it looked like Caleb Plant was winning, and then Dave Benavidez came out and started just beating the shit out of him, and Plant looked like he was just trying to stay in there, and that didn't work out for him. So yeah, Canelo Benavidez, that's been talked about for years. Same as Spencer versus Bud Crawford, that's been talked about for fucking years. That's probably one of the biggest fights. And then Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Sounds like the negotiations are off. Fight's not happening, so that sucks as well. I would love for that fight to happen, but it Khabib versus Johnson, Demetrius Johnson, or who the hell are we talking? Which Johnson? Mighty Mouse, as in is it ONE FC, the Asian fucking MMA promotion? I'm not exactly sure if you're talking about that one, but that would be sweet. But he's already got a fight scheduled against a young Brazilian, as in, oh boy, Mighty Mouse. But Khabib, dude isn't coming back ever. It sounds like he's just out in Saudi Arabia getting fat. So, yeah, I don't see Mr. Khabib coming out. He's pretty much retired from coaching as well. So that's most likely never going to happen. Unless he goes broke, which I don't know if that happens either, because he made a pretty good amount of money with the Conor McGregor fight. So yeah, I don't see him coming back. I thought it would happen when if Charles would have beat Islam Makhachev. If that would have happened, maybe there would have been a slight chance, but still, don't see it happen. Other than that, Sarukian versus Moicano. That'd be pretty nice right there. Curtis Blade, Sergey. That's nice. Ooh, I didn't know Song Yadong has a fight scheduled. Ricky Simon, Song Yadong. Ooh, that's going to be pretty nice. Song Yadong is one of those fighters in the bantamweight division that you want to see fight, because Mans was giving Corey Sandhagen trouble. Corey Sandhagen was like, man, I need to get the fuck out of this damn building with those two last rounds in their fight night. I believe it was a fight night, 5-rounder, and if he just played it smarter, Song Yadong would probably be in a better position. He would be in a better position at the moment, but he clearly isn't. News-wise, I don't believe I heard anything else. I still haven't watched the full post-fight press conference. Obviously, after that, a good amount of shit happens, and Dana I believe he said he's still working on that Bilal Muhammad Shavkat Rakhmonov fight. And Leon is saying he's not going to accept the fight, so we'll see what the hell happens. We still got on the 8th, as I already said, Masvidal fight. So we'll see what all this bullshit. See y'all till, April 8th. After that fight, most likely we'll probably be seeing Israel Adesanya or Pereira, and then we'll see what the fuck happens after that. Thanks for watching. Sabotage out, folks.